Okay, we're recording now. So yeah, um, it was nice not having to read anything. Um, and actually, I actually didn't. This will be the first time through 8 weeks that I'm not 100% prepared. I did not read any of the articles that was asked to read at the bottom. I'm slacking this week. I have a lot going on, but I did do the gratitude activity, which was fun. I pondered it of who I wanted to do it with, like for um personally I chose my wife, of course, because I'm thankful for her. Um and I got her like a little treat. She loved it. Secondly, I didn't write a note to, but I just like with my kids, I did each one of them individually, like after their prayers. Like I did one with them. And that was really sweet. And then I did my boss at work. It's kind of weird, but I did him. We've he is I'm in a new role now where I'm like with him 24/7 basically. So he's showed me a lot of how to manage better, handle work situations better. So I was very thankful for him. He thought it was kind of funny, and so it was a fun experience. Made me feel good, seeing how it made others feel when you thank them, like for things they're doing to improve you. Seeing how it makes them feel, not only how it makes yourself feel, was very like eye opening. I feel like I should do it more and let people know more how I feel about them. So that's kind of how I took it. And now you can go.
I guess I'll share my experience next. So, um, I did three of like the caregivers at work. I work for a home care company and I do the staffing. So I decided to give to three of my caregivers. One of them, she just works a ton of overtime. The other one, she's had a lot of problems with her kid lately, but she's still been going to work. And then the other one, we just implemented a new technology system and it's been a real challenge for all the caregivers, but she's been really good about like learning how to do it. So I felt like she deserved something. So I just went to like all of them while they were at their patient's house and like I just dropped off some like snacks and stuff for them and just like told them I appreciated the job they were doing and like their good work ethic and stuff like that. And it was really nice because like the way it is, like I don't get like a lot of interaction with like the caregivers that I supervise. There's just too many of them. So they're not really used to like having anybody from the office like show appreciation like that. So it was really great to see their reactions and how happy they were that somebody was finally like recognizing all of the hard work and stuff that they do.
That's awesome. I'll go next. My three was to this one lady at work who helps me a lot. She's super great and she's super cool. And um she just like I don't know, she's always just like asking me what I need help with or anything like that. And I appreciate that a lot. And so I just wrote her like a gratitude letter of how she's helped me learn a lot in my job and everything. And then my next one was to my fiance's grandparents, and really it's just because they spoil the crap out of me, and that's why I wrote one to them. They're always like giving me stuff, or every time I stay there, they're just like the best, and so I really appreciate that. And then I gave one to my parent. I wrote one to my parents, just because I don't talk to them a lot anymore, and I never see them. And so I just like wanted to reach out to them and thank them for everything that they've given me, because I don't think I do that enough, especially now that I don't live at home anymore. Just like telling my parents that I love them and I'm grateful for everything that they've done. So that's it.
I think that I look like a grandma today, but it's very cold over here. So, but I really like something that we read, or that I read in the articles, and I just saw it with your experiences, and was that it's a very special experience for both sides. So it's a win to win. So I really like that, and I had the opportunity to write first to my mom So last week she was in my house and I was very busy. My husband was very busy. So we didn't have time to do a lot of things. We also have the gender reveal of our baby. So my mom helped us a lot with everything. And I don't know, like, I really feel that I needed her last week. Have time for, I don't know, like, it could be like small things, but doing breakfast or doing lunch or help me um, with things at home. So actually, I feel very grateful with her. And then I just wrote to my sister-in-law. She's still very young, but she already has 3 kids, and she's kind of a very big example for me. And so I also uh, wrote like giving her things like to be kind of an example for me and for everything that she does. I think that sometimes people need to, I don't know, it's better for them like to listen to those words. So she told me like, hey, you made me cry, and I just needed to hear that. So I feel that sometimes it's very important like to do those kind of things. And at the end, I just sent something to one of my aunts, and yeah, she also has been very helpful or very special with us. And she didn't reply yet. I just wrote to her today. So, but yeah, actually, it was great to kind of being grateful for everything that she has helped us with. And yeah, that was it.
Awesome. It sounds like everybody got a lot out of this activity. Um, it's very like sentimental seeing how little things can make a big difference in everybody's lives. So that's pretty cool seeing how it impacted everybody. So moving forward, what is the role of gratitude in organizations? And have you seen examples of how it increases effectiveness? So
I think gratitude.
go ahead.
Sorry, Austin. I think gratitude's super important, in an organization or in a workplace because, I mean, as we kind of all expressed, like the reaction that we had with some of the people we expressed gratitude for, they were just so grateful as well. Like, they were grateful to us for being grateful for them. And I think it makes people happier. And I think in a workplace, like when you kind of get praise for what you're doing, you feel so much better about what you're doing and you feel more motivated to do what you're doing. In my case, I feel like when I don't get, like when people don't notice like the small things that I'm doing or are grateful for what I am doing, it's sometimes just like not as very motivating. It's like, are people even recognizing the little efforts that I'm taking? And so I think gratitude is super great, and it also helps teamwork as well because when you can express your feelings towards another person, they can feel closer to you, they can trust you more, and it can just build teamwork.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed is it seems like with like those 3 caregivers, it was a great everything to me on the phone and like when they'd come into the office and stuff before. But like the 2 of them that have came into my office now after I did that, like their like energy level and everything, their enthusiasm is like so much higher now than it was before. And they were doing a great job before, but now they're doing even better. So it makes me feel like I should do that for everybody now because I get way more productivity. But it was just crazy to see how such a small thing made them so much happier. It made them a lot more excited about their work. And it really wasn't even that hard or difficult on my part, but it had a really big impact for them, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In our company, we have some. Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nope, I'll go last. You're good.
Okay. In our company, we have something. As we are not located in the same place, so we are in different countries. My boss, for example, lives in Costa Rica, I really love to work with her, and I think that she is the best boss I ever had. But I do not know her in person, but I do feel very connected with her. And we do have something that are called like badges, but are like for different type of things. So we have a badge for knowledge, we have a badge for teamwork, for excellence, for a lot of things. And we have this page in the company where it's all the information about your profile and your position and everything. And when someone gives you a badge, it is in your profile, so everyone else will be able to see it. And I love that because I don't know, I feel that's I try to give my best every day. But last week I received a badge from my boss, and she was like, "You're doing great. Thank you so much for everything." And I don't know, that was great. And I think that every time that I receive that, without thinking about it, it gives me like more energy, as Isaiah was saying, and you will, I don't know, like you start working in a different way, or with a different um yeah, energy. I don't know. So yeah, I think that it's very important to be grateful, and also um yeah, like to have these type of initiatives.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say kind of everything that y'all have already mentioned is like a huge um, morale boost. You seem like you get better work out of the employees when they feel appreciated. Where, like Noel said, if you're not getting that kind of attention when you are kind of going above, going the extra mile to get something done and nobody notices, it's like, wow, should I have even done that, or should I continue to even try to do that? So it plays a huge factor. And like with us, we're working so many crazy hours right now, it just seems like you're not really appreciated because when you're putting in almost every Saturday, working almost 70 hours a week, so you're missing a lot of family time. And then like just this past weekend, Mercedes, they actually rented out one of our amphitheaters right around, in Tuscaloosa, and they set up like a huge family day. It's like a huge carnival activity. Everybody can bring their families, um, free food, free entertainment. They had like a American Idol artist come in and sing. Like it was a big deal. And it was like after that activity, like we got back to work this week, it was just seemed like there was a better morale boost with everybody. Like, okay, yeah, we've been working hard the first 6 months of the year. It was nice that they, gave us this weekend off to enjoy it. And then, but now, you kind of get back in there in the grind. But showing little things every day would be important. And I'm saying that now as in a new like a managerial role, just trying to go through and just say like good morning to everybody, just kind of get that one-on-one. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this. Appreciate you doing this. It plays a huge difference. So, yep, I agree with everything you guys have said so far. Also, so next, what are barriers to expressing gratitude, and how can we overcome those barriers?
I know for me, like especially at work and with people that I supervise, sometimes, and maybe this is just me being like focusing too much on the negative, but if somebody does one bad thing, I kind of tend to like let that overtake what I think of them. And then I'm not expressing gratitude for like all of the good things that they're doing at the same time. And really, it's like maybe if I would just take the time to express gratitude for the things they're doing well, they'd probably fix the things they're doing wrong. But sometimes I guess I have that tendency to focus on the negative, and that prevents me from showing gratitude. And yeah, that's probably my biggest hold up, I guess, sometimes, at least at work.
I would say I'm the exact same. I think sometimes if someone is like negative towards me, I try not to like hold like too much of a grudge. Like, like I try to like forgive them and stuff, but I think I look at them a little differently in a way of like where I just kind of avoid all contact with them if I can. I just don't really go back to normal. And I think also another barrier for me is sometimes I'm just too shy. to do it. I think like sometimes I don't want people to think that I'm like trying too hard to get them to like me if I'm expressing this. I think I overthink it. I think I do that all the time, or like this person, you know, is maybe they just won't even believe me or go get annoyed of me. I don't know, which I know is not true, but sometimes in the moment when you're like, you have that feeling kind of that you should go express gratitude and then you don't do it. Sometimes you're like, oh, I totally should have done it. Why didn't I do it? But I was just kind of like shy. And it kind of talk where he kind of talked about like just don't ever miss an opportunity to give some like to show gratitude towards someone. And I think sometimes I can just like be shy when doing it.
I I think that something very big is to compare. So sometimes we compare with others, or sometimes we compare with what we had in the past, and before I or with the job that we have in the past, or I don't know, maybe something happened and I was in a better situation before, or I see someone that is in a better situation. I don't know, and that is a very big barrier to be grateful sometimes. So I like this article because it gives us like three strategies to try to overcome this, and I like them, and I will try to apply them. The first one was reflect on three good things. So at the end of the day, just try to think on three things why we are grateful. So I think that it's a good idea. Then we have one want what you have, and the last one is communicate gratitude. So I think that if we start applying them, we're gonna just feel grateful for the things that we have. And actually, I was doing the exercise today, and I don't know, we had some issues with our car, and we needed to. It was hard for us, like to to travel and everything without our car, and I was like, it was better before and everything, but also I felt very grateful for other things that we were able to do this week without a car and everything. So I think that is just about perspective and feeling grateful for the things that we have right now. I think that when we stop thinking of what what we can have later or what we want to have later, when we start appreciating what we will have today, the things are gonna start arriving because we are just not thinking about that all the time. So yeah, I really like a lot the exercise of this week and everything that we can apply to be more grateful.
Thank you guys. Yeah, I agree with all those again. Literally, I think I was going to say similar to everything in what you said. It's like where I work too. It's so focused on problem solving because there's always going to be something wrong with one of the cars, and you want them perfect for the customer. So like you're always focused on finding the bad thing. So yeah, we have these 6 bad cars, but you just built 320 good cars. What are we doing for the 320 good cars instead of getting so mad about the 6 bad ones? I've tried to, say that, and people just look at me like I'm just like insane. Like, Austin, come on, these are affecting all of our numbers. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but little things like that, it can make a difference. Definitely showing gratitude in the workplace can make a huge team difference, and in a huge way. Um, Moving forward, like I said, I didn't really prepare as good as I have in the past, so I'm not familiar with the articles. So I thought what would be a good activity would be maybe if y'all did read them, which one did you like the best and why? And then I can go back and try to read them by the end of the week and be more prepared for next week, if that sounds good.
Yeah, I really like the last one that is called gratitude at work, and at the and it start talking about how it improves performance, how it's better liked for people and everything. But also give us some strategies to be able to apply, and I'm sure we can apply them on the work. But as I was saying, I think that we can apply them to our personal life, and this week to start to apply them, or just today to think about how to apply them. I think that I kind of changed my perspective, and I feel more in peace. I don't know. I sometimes I am so stressed about everything, but today I have been a little bit in peace. So I don't know. I was talking with my husband, and I was like, I don't know. I don't want to fight. I don't want to say anything to him. I'm just like so in peace because I feel so grateful. So just because I was trying to apply those three strategies, so I like that article because I feel that it may help us at work, but it also can help us in our personal life. So that would be the one that I recommend the most.
My favorite was President Monson's talk. I always love his talks just because I like the stories that he tells. The stories are always great. But the one that kind of stuck out to me was the one that he told at the end of the talk about the family that had like the gas lamps, and then they got electricity, their crops failed, and then whatever, and then the dad does like the oil lamp out. But anyway, like the whole moral of that to me was just perspective. Like when it comes to gratitude, you can either kind of, I guess, like what we were already talking about, you can find the negative and you can focus on that, or you can just try to change your perspective and find the positive and see where things are better, and you can be grateful for that. Because it seems like no matter in life, someone's always going to have it worse than you. So you might as well just change your perspective to find what you're doing well at, what's going good, and just be grateful for that, because overall it'll make you a happier person than if you're focusing on the bad.
I also really loved President Monson's talk too, also because of his stories. They're just so great. And President Monson, I've always felt like I've known him as like he's just serves everyone around him, and he always has this Christ-like love towards everyone around him. And I just have always loved that about him, and I feel like he's great at implementing like gratitude and service towards other people. And I loved in his talk about how he's like, never miss an opportunity to show gratitude to someone, even if it just like comes across your mind. Always show gratitude. And he said, especially to your Heavenly Father. And I think that's something that I do, that I totally just sometimes miss, like in my prayers, I think at night or in the morning, like I say what I'm thankful for, and I ask like for certain things, but sometimes I think it's very like repetitive of what I'm thankful for, thankful for my family, thankful for a prophet, thankful, that I have a good life right now. But I don't really think I get very specific with things. And I think it's so important to show gratitude towards our Heavenly Father, even in the tiniest little things, like we just, maybe one day someone just gave us like a little extra something, like we go to order fast food and they gave us an extra ice cream or something, like, I don't know, just something like that. That's something that we can show gratitude towards that person and to our Heavenly Father, because maybe that made our day just a little better. And so I love relating it to our personal lives. We can relate it to our work lives, and then we can also relate it, to our spiritual lives with our Heavenly Father.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I need to do a better job of that too. I feel like I get so caught up with the same thing each day. I kind of just fall into that same habit. But that's something I definitely want to look into trying to do better for sure. Um, and guys, I really don't have anything else. That was kind of the end of the agenda. But I'm thankful for all of you. I'm gonna show some gratitude towards y'all. Y'all are always prepared, always help me learn better in better situations. You've helped me grow this semester. I don't really like to, I've had to talk more in front of people a lot more since being in school here and being in the bishopric at church and stuff. But, you help break me out of my shell, make me more comfortable to talk to people. I know you now, but at first it was kind of like, I don't know you guys. It's going to be kind of awkward, but it feels like we've known each other for a while, and it's comfortable just talking to you guys about whatever we're going through, and I appreciate that. And I just want to say thank you for that. I don't have anything else unless y'all have anything y'all want to say, and then we could go ahead and call it a night, send it in, and I'll try to get it sent out to you ASAP. All right. See you
Great.
guys. Have a good rest of your week.
Yep, see ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.